Edith here, and welcome to Scripture Seekers. We need to get down to business because it's already late and I don't want this video to be late. I am in the midst of an April Share Your Gifts challenge where I plan to share videos each day during the month of April, and each day has a different theme. Today's theme is Story Time Sunday, and we are reading one of my favorite books outside of the Bible, Pilgrim's Progress, Christiana's Journey, Part 2. Now, I would have started with Christian's Journey, but a student took that book and has not yet returned it. But this is an awesome book, and this will take us 31 weeks to complete, 31 Sundays, because I'm going to read one chapter each Sunday. So make sure you stay tuned. So let's get started. And for those of you that are not familiar with Pilgrim's Progress, Pilgrim's Progress is a book written by John Bunyan, and this is a new amplified version of the book by Jim Pappas, but the basic concepts of the book are there. So I would admonish you, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on the history of this book, but I would admonish you to read it or at least tune in to these episodes, because this book is a powerful book. Very powerful book, and even a more powerful or just as powerful backstory. So let's get to it. Pilgrim's Progress, Christiana's Journey, Part 2. To my gentle readers, some time past, I shared with you my amazing dream about Christian the Pilgrim. In that former work, the New Amplified Pilgrim's Progress, I related in some detail the story of Christian's hazardous journey from the city of destruction to the celestial city. If you found that account to be of some interest, then you are sure to enjoy this account of his family's adventures. As you may recall, I spoke therein of how his wife and children had been utterly unwilling to accompany him on pilgrimage. Yea, no matter how earnestly he begged them to flee from the soon coming ruin of the city of destruction, they would neither hear nor believe. Therefore, as I showed you, was he compelled to set off on pilgrimage alone. Now, although I have been most eager to learn the fate of Christian's dear wife and little ones, a multitude of pressing duties have kept me away from the pleasant task. However, I recently had occasion to return to the forest that lay within a mile of where I had my former dream. Coming to that place, I once again became very drowsy and laid me down to sleep. And as I slept, I dreamed once again a dream. In my dream, I saw an aged man named Mr. Sagesy come striding by at a goodly pace. Seeing that he was no common man, and also noting that he was going my way, I hailed him. "Ho, good sir, do you mind if I join you on your way?" "Nay, not at all," said he with a twinkle in his eye. "Delighted to have you. Come along." Now we had not gone far before we came to the brow of a hill that overlooked a rather unkempt town. It was all overhung with black clouds that growled angrily and occasionally licked at the town with tongues of forked lightning. "I say, sir," said I, "what tumble-down town is this just before us?" "This is the city of destruction," he replied. "It lies in such a sad state of repair because those who dwell therein are more concerned with today's pleasures than tomorrow's realities." "Ah, I thought so," said I, "for I once passed near that town and know for a fact that your report is true. Those who dwell therein are indeed idle louts. Ay, I wish I could report some good thing about them and yet remain in the veil of truth, but alas, I fear I cannot. I shudder to think of what will soon befall this place. Well, Mr. Satyasi, since you seem to be a man who enjoys the hearing and telling of truth, tell me, have you ever heard of a man named Christian? 'Tis said that he fled this town in search of a better city, whose maker and builder is God. Heard of him? Oh my, yes. So wondrous was his story that I took it upon myself to verify every detail of it. And I can tell you, lad, that all is true. All his temptations, troubles, wars, captivities, frights, and fears are famous throughout this whole countryside. Yea, although called a fool whilst dwelling amongst them, now that he has attained such glorious heights, there is talk of making him a saint, and many there be who would gladly join him on the heights of Mount Victory, if they could somehow bypass the steep climb that got him there. And what do they say about him? I asked. Do they know much of his present life? Oh, indeed they do. They have heard all about how he walks in a robe of light, how he wears a chain of gold about his neck, how he has a golden crown on his head, all laden with pearls. They know, too, how in that place the fellowships with saints and shining ones as commonly as we do with our family and neighbors here. Indeed, I said. And is there more? Oh, much more. 'Tis said that he eats and drinks, walks and talks with the king of that place. Yea, he has a rich and pleasant post at the court. Ah, such a wondrous tale. Indeed, there is much more to tell. 'Tis said that this his prince, the lord of the country, will soon come to these parts in person. Indeed, on what cause? To exact payment in kinds for those who so cruelly mocked and derided Christian in his journey. Verily, is he angry enough to come so far to punish their rude behavior? He is more than angry, friend John. Christian is so firmly fixed in his affections that he regards every insult shown him as if it had been done to himself. Indeed, and why so? Why? Because it was from pure love that he ventured all for his Lord. Ah, well, I hope I am not about these parts when he comes clad in garments of vengeance, and I am very glad to hear of Christian's many honors. It may be that his great fame might yet inspire some to follow after. Yes, indeed. But pray tell, good sir, what do you hear about his wife and children? Christiana and sons? Yes, the same. How do the poor hearts fare? Haven't you heard? Heard? Why, what is it to hear? Good news, sir. Deliciously good news. She and her wee ones are like to end up nigh as good as the old Pilgrim himself. What? Exclaimed I. Surely you do not mean? That is exactly what I mean, lad. Indeed, off on pilgrimage. And what about her 4 sons? Gone, lad. Bag and baggage gone, clean gone. Amazing! Why, I can scarce believe it. Well, look down there. See that winding street off to the left? Do you see that wee tumble-down shack? The one with the door hanging ajar? The same. What about it? That is Christian's house. His wife departed in such a flutter that she took no thought to latch the door or close the shutters. My, I wish I could hear more. Well, we do have some traveling time before us, and I was there to see it all. Why, such good fortune. Please, sir, do give me an exact account of the entire tale. Well, no doubt you know of her wicked abuse when Christian first fell under his deep convictions. Oh, said I recall how stiffly she steeled her heart against his most loving entreaties, how she did deride and mock him even while he was trying to convince her of her mortal danger. I know the story well. Well, continued he, rubbing hands together as he warmed to his tale, when she realized that he was going over the river, and lost to her forever, her mind began to be plagued with second thoughts. Memory called to mind what a good man he had been, his diligence at his trade, his gentle fatherliness toward his 4 sons, his tender words and sweet caresses toward herself. All these things now rose up in her heart with distinct clarity. Yea, now all his former craziness now seemed no more irritating than a buzzing fly to lovers on a stroll. Ah, so she began to regret her foul treatment of her husband, did she? Oh, you cannot imagine. Why, the guilt upon her back was greater than that which her husband bore. So it was that she, with some agony, as he began to cry out, O wretched woman that I am, what shall I do to be saved? Ah, my heart cannot help but sense the agony of her soul, said I. Good. It shows you to be a man of tender heart. Thank you. But please do go on. And that was chapter 1 of Christiana's journey. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you will hear chapter 2 on next Sunday. And tune in every day to see what's coming your way. Be blessed and remember to share your gifts. The world needs them. You just don't know it yet. Take care.